Hey, what up guys, it's Mitsuownes from Germany. In today's video I want to show you a new game which just dropped, not only today, but a few moments ago. As always, bringing you the latest and the greatest, so this is available in almost all regions. I believe this hasn't dropped in the Asian market just yet, but other than that you should be straight. Available in the store for $19.99, so go ahead and handle your business. Not big at all, but the content behind it, oh boy. So let me show you what this game is all about. So what is Chorix? Chorix is a real-time strategy game, aka RTS, mixed with tower defense elements. The game really seems to be inspired by the 90s, you know, the classics like Command & Conquer, Red Alert, and those type of titles. As you could see right there, also with move support, which is very good. Also works with the usual regular controller, but this really seems to be designed for the motion controller. Works way better. So the game includes 3 different modes. You have the campaign, the skirmish mode, which I will explain further later, and most importantly, the multiplayer mode. So the campaign includes 8 different levels where you keep unlocking artillery and overall more powerful weapons. The campaign also shows you the fundamentals of the game and teaches you different approaches on how to be victorious. The campaign lasts about 3 to 5 hours. The skirmish mode is another single player mode where you can basically replay the campaign levels, but with all unlocked content. So the AI gets more difficult and there are more heavy weapons involved. And as you can see right there, only 3 unlocked, which is questionable, but I just couldn't beat the campaign. It's really not easy. So yeah, go ahead and handle that. And yeah, most importantly, let's come to the juicy part, which is the multiplayer. There are all kinds of customizable options to really give you the best possible gaming experience. You can play in a lobby with up to 4 people. And that's not all. You can additionally also add different AIs, expanding the number to 8 players. 4 people and 4 AIs essentially. And in order to win, you need to be the last man standing. Even if you beat 3 people, you'll still have to beat the last AI, vice versa. And for each defeated human, basically, you'll get 10 league points. There's like a leaderboard. And yeah, for each human that you defeated, you will get 10 points. Right on. The game offers 14 different playable maps in the multiplayer, which is a very big number. Each map provides a unique way to approach the battle, so you really have to adapt to your surrounding and your spawn. So you can't just use the same strategy over and over again. Right on. Enough of the talk, let's jump into some gameplay, shall we? Right on. So here comes the first mind game. You have to place your base, and what will you do? Will you do it in the corner to be safe, or will you do it like near the crystal, which is your resource, by the way, your energy, basically, to gain it faster, to gain energy faster. That's the first mind game, a strategy. And the first thing you obviously want to do is to spawn workers. Those farm the energy. And the first thing I was thinking about was Age of Empires, you know, the classic Zuganda, Holmes. Ayokon? Please tell me someone recognized that and don't make me feel awkward. Anyway, so I gotta admit, I'm more like the defensive type of guy when it comes to RTS. I like to really build my defenses first before I approach the attack. And the AI is basically pretty much straightforward. They want to attack, they want to really extinguish you. So I'm trying to build this huge wall. And on top of them, I want to spawn some lasers to be safe. Right. So by the way, the game runs at 120 FPS native and looks very clear. So absolutely should not get sick while playing this game. I know this is obviously always a threat when it comes to VR games, but yeah, you are straight when it comes to that. Also a nice touch was the fact that the environment changes and is not the same on each map. So you really don't get the feeling of just having this lame background. But yeah, this dynamic changing scenario, which is pretty cool, absolutely. You have a variety of different weapons and units, and as you can see, you can basically upgrade everything in this game. You can upgrade your walls, your artillery, your lasers, your base even, to take more hits. The cool thing about this is that you can actually play it standing as well. So let me stand up and recalibrate. And now I can move freely, basically, giving me more. For one, it gives me more feel of the depth. And also, strategically, I'm just able to see more and just have everything in sight. To turn, you use the move button. And as you can see, it's kind of fast, but that's only because I have that option. And there's also the option to turn on smooth turning. That's pretty much for the advanced VR players, so you don't get sick. But the best experience would be standing with the motion controller and with smooth option enabled, because then you can absolutely move freely and really have everything in your sight. Right on, so let's jump into some multiplayer. I played this with a gentleman called Mark, actually from Stellar Games, and yeah, I believe the half of the fun in the multiplayer is actually the gimmicks and just the shenanigans, like pointing the lasers at each other, like basically getting in his face, distracting him while he's trying to end you. Absolutely part of the fun. And right here, we played a 3-man game basically with an AI. So it was a deathmatch, and he was focusing on the AI, and I was really focusing on my defense and on farming, and I had a lot of energy. And he was getting suspicious because I wasn't doing anything. I was farming a lot, and so what I was trying to do was, I was trying to distract him. So I was sending my soldiers, right? But not to hurt him because my soldiers weren't strong enough. Absolutely not. I was... This was so funny. I was trying to distract him from the fact that I have a lot of resources and that I'm trying to nuke him. So the nuke is the strongest weapon in the game. So I'm about to cast it. And I really wanted to win against him. So I'm casting it. I'm casting it, hoping that I would defeat him and that he wouldn't be ready. But look at what happens. The anti-nuke. I was so devastated, but he was ready, and obviously he defeated me afterwards. It was quite an experience. He's way too good for me. It's so much fun though. And in this other mode, we chose this basic level, which looks basic, but you have all kinds of opportunities and possibilities to really form the way you want to play, because it's so huge and so basic. But this was actually a co-op mode, so we played 2v1, Mark and me, versus this very strong AI. It was still very balanced because, as you can see, like, this is the base of like 3 AIs in one. Very strong. And the cool thing about co-op is obviously you really can coordinate what will happen, and on top of that, you can basically place turrets on your friends' walls and stuff, vice versa. He can also support you, which is very cool. So yeah, I had a lot of fun, and hopefully I will still be able to beat the campaign, which, like I said, absolutely not easy. And I think the most fun part obviously would be the multiplayer, because, you know, playing with people, voice chat enabled. If you don't like that, you can also disable it, but where's all the fun without talking? And yeah, like, just the strategy and beating the opponent, it really gets your ambition going if you're that type of competitive person. Absolutely. Right on. So yeah, go ahead and download it. I think it's absolutely worth the price, considering the time you can spend on this, both offline and especially online. Also, a huge shout out to Stellar VR. This video was brought to you by Stellar VR, so go ahead and check them out. The Twitter link will be in the description, so drop them a nice line. This is actually the first VR game, I believe, and they didn't hit us with a tech demo for like 20 bucks right off the bat. And I like that, and I think we should support devs like that. So if you could just motivate them to continue to support the PSVR, go ahead and do so. A tweet like that shouldn't take you more than 30 seconds realistically, and it's benefiting all of us. Right on. That's pretty much it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Mitsuownes signing out. Peace.